Okay guys, I'm just setting up this little barn here. I forgot to actually take a video of these walls going up, but you get the idea. I just put the back wall up first over here and took the side walls and brought them up next. And as you can see, she looks good on the inside. And this is the side. And this is the back, you know, a little vent up in the peak there and stuff. And I'm going to cut off some of this extra tie back we got here. So what I'm going to try to do is bring that next wall up here and get it ready. So what I'm going to do is just set you right here, and you can watch me do that. Oh, maybe I'll set you over here. Get like a tack of the ants in here though. So I'll try to set you here and see what we can do getting this wall up. So bear with me. I'm using that for one guy, but luckily it's a small shed, so I think I can handle it. I think we can handle it. Oh, buddy's over here cutting the cheese just steady. Alright, so this is what we do. Got those two side walls up. Sorry, side walls and back wall. And I gotta put this guy in and nail him in place. So here's what I do. Simply just lift it up and guide it into place as best I can anyways. Like I say, it's not very easy with one foot at it. And what's going on here? Just give me a sec. You're gonna want to fight me though, of course. Could never just be easy. Or not windy out. Could never just be that. Okay. Alright. We'll get one guy in here first. Stick a nail in there. Come over to this side. Literally do the exact same thing. Make sure this is tight out here. And then pushing on this. Down here, get a couple into. Over here, she's a little further away than I want. I don't know if that's because that back wall might be out. But regardless, we got her. And grab my recip now and I'll take that transition out. Try to ignore the sound of that compressor. It's annoying as hell. Nothing wrong with that. Now what I like to do is cut these transitions out right down here on the bottom wall. Cut it out and then just raise it up to the top there, so when I go to put my doors in, I'll have a backer board for it. Sometimes they fit right in, other times they do not. That a little stronger because it wasn't that strong. Sometimes they fit right in, sometimes they don't. Yeah, see that one there is not perfect, so I'm going to just get rid of that and get a new piece in its place. I'll go grab that now. You'll see me in a sec with it. Alright, so like I said, just get this guy in place now. Just want to put him up here. So when I go to close my doors, this here will be stopping the doors from wanting to go all the way in on the inside. Just give me a sec to grab my measuring tape now. Grab my saw too. Never ends. Always looking for something. Usually have a young fellow with me doing all the go get it stuff, but I don't have him today, so I have to go get it myself. So right now I'm at 4.5. What are we at down here? 4 1/4. So there's a quarter in the difference. But that happens when you cut it out. You got to take away 1/8 for the blade on both sides, which equals up to be what's the equal up to be? I guess 1/4 inch. So that happens. So since I have this, I'll just use it. Like I say, dry fit it first. Always the best method. Yeah, that fits right in there. Boy, look at that. Fella knows what he's doing, it seems like. And a couple long nails to hold it. You want to just bring it out so it's on the back side of the plywood that's on the front of your wall here. Because the doors are going to be built in a way where it's going to have to need to match up to that. And if you don't do it right, it's going to hold the doors out at the top. I don't want that. Now the next thing I got to do is grab my stringers to tie this front wall and that back wall together. So I'll do that and you can watch me do it. I'll get the lower ones in first, and the reason being is I can reach them. The one up there I'm going to need some ladder weight on or something, so I can't reach that one as good. So these are just my 1x4s. I just took a 2x4 and ripped it in half and gave me well, it's actually 3/8 of an inch by no, not 3/8, sorry, 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches. And what I like to do is put them inside of here. And those little grooves that I made, you guys saw me putting little white boards in there, I think. I can't remember if I showed that on camera or not. But if you notice up at the top here, there's a space between the two trusses there. And that's so that this will fit in. So because of that, I'm able to fit that right in there by leaving that inch space there, or 3/4 of an inch, whatever it is. And then it'll fit in. Then I'll have something to tie my trusses to. So you want to make sure it's tight, lined up and everything. And driving big nails in there. 2 on top, 2 on bottom, and make sure you're angling your saw or your nail gun, because if you don't angle it, your nails won't go into where you need them to. So they'll just come back out the face or the front. Okay, so that's one down. You guys aren't really getting to see a whole lot, but you get the idea. Once I'm all done, I'll walk these around and show you what I'm talking about. You know, a little burn like this, man, I'll tell you, you don't think that you're, I do a lot of burns, and sometimes I do burns where people will ask me to tear down old ones, which is a pain in the ass. Who wants to tear down an old burn? But then I think to myself, well, look at all that material that's still salvageable on that burn. So why tear it down, and then I take it home and recycle what I can. Typically I don't use the 2x4. Sometimes if the frame's still good on it, I'll strip the old plywood off and re-plywood it, and then add some stain to it and sell it. But this one here, I had to get 2x4 by, well, I had to get load of 2x4s anyways to build my last shed, which is a 10x16. And I had this left over to build this, but all the plywood I guess this is ranch wall, same thing. And I saved all that off of an old burn I tore down. Now I tore the old burn down, sold the guy a new burn. It was a 8x12 shed style with a peak on it, and fully sided, and took the old burn out of there. Took the frame that was from that old burn, reused the frame, resheeted it in, sold that for a baby burn. The OSB that was off of it, not the OSB, the ranch wall that was off it, I'm now using it for this burn, and I'm going to sell this burn. I'm hoping to get around 2,000 bucks for it with delivery and everything. And I mean, that's how you make money, So if you're ever looking to try to make a little side hustle, if you get some carpentry skills, do it that way, man. Don't ever throw away material. I mean, at some point you'll have to, but you can save it. Like I'm building, what do you call it? I'm going to be building one of the, what do they call it? Generator box, I guess. I'll show it to you here in a little bit. All on scrap material. The only thing I'm going to have to probably put into it is some paint for the fascia and soffit. But I already got all the vinyl siding from a job I did, leftover stuff. Some time to do it. Same thing on this. And I'll make probably 800 bucks off of that delivered. So now you see how you can make money. And everybody likes to make money. So if you're a guy who likes to make money, or a girl, there's some secrets how to do it. Not secrets, but techniques. So again, down here, make sure that fits in the groove good. You want it flush on the top there. And pull this wall tight, because sometimes they're not tight. And if they're off a ½ inch or something, when you go to put your OSB on, nightmare. Stuff like that. Now I just gotta go grab my ladder, get that top one in, and then I can start throwing my trusses in, which you guys will be along for that too. So give me a sec to set my ladder up. Alright, this is just a ladder that I got. Not the world's best ladder. It was great in its day, but a lot of abuse over the years. Poor ladder. I need to abuse it, but kind of just happened. Just open her up like that. Take me up and down on here. My damn cat's sketching me out. She's catching a bird or a squirrel or maybe a mouse or something, but she's annoying, that thing. But she's a good mouser, so good to have her for that. Although she's afraid of rats, we had to get this big rat out of my house over the winter. That thing was massive, man. I had to catch it with a trap because, not that I enjoy killing things, but I took some satisfaction in getting rid of it because it was going up inside my stove that we cook our meals in, and you know, missing all up inside of it. So every time you turn the stove on, all you could smell was rat piss. So now I got to get a new stove, which really sucks. Nothing wrong with the stove I had, but I got to get a new stove now because of that. But again, it's you know, one of those things you got really no control over. You can try to control it, but man, it's an ordeal. So you just set some traps. That thing was big. I'm glad I caught it. It must, you know, I wouldn't say it was the size of a small dog, but yeah, probably close to that. Size of a small dog, I think. Maybe. I don't know what a dog. I guess the dog would have to be pretty small, but it was definitely a sketchy looking animal. But those rat traps, man, they're a wonderful tool for that. Again, I felt terrible for doing it, but I remind myself why I have to, because if I didn't do it, my house would just be taken over. You know, I can't have that, right? Neither can you. So we tried to get rid of it. We're successful. So now I'm just going to go over here and measure out 2 feet on center, 4 foot, 6 foot, and then of course my back wall is my 8 foot. So when I put my lower trusses in, it carries right off of this one here, straight up through, up to this one, down to this one, and back down to that one. So it's got a lot of support to hold it around. So that's the plan. Anyways, you want your walls to be strong. And your ceilings and stuff, you know, everything really. You want everything to be strong. Just because this is a recycled material burn doesn't mean it doesn't have to be done proper, as if it was a brand spanking new burn. So if you're gonna dive into something like this, make sure you're taking some care and consideration for the person who's gonna buy it off you if you sell it, or if you're gonna keep it for yourself, well that's fine too. And if I can't sell this one, I'll probably just end up keeping it. Probably give it to Katie. Make sure she gets outside and stays off my back throughout the day. Joking, Kate, hearing this. But, joking, not joking. It's nice to have your own time, you know, great to have time together, but also have your own time's nice too. And I'm sure she could vouch for that herself. I can't just say I'm the innocent guy here. I'm sure I annoy her to no end too. Let's see, we got a little problem going on here, folks. So what's the problem? so what's the problem? Those are 34. Yeah, so what are these? Thought these were 34. 32. Oh. Now I gotta go cut them all again. So I'll pause this and we'll revamp it here in a sec.